Disclaimer. This video talks about weapons added to Fallout 4 using community-developed mods and therefore do not match the lore of the game or franchise. Please keep this in mind when watching this video. This video was developed for entertainment purposes only. Well, you found a USP pistol. That's a pistol with history. It was first designed in 1993 by Heckler & Koch and was originally a .40 caliber and 9mm weapon. The .45 caliber variant you're more familiar with came out a couple of years later. The pistol was designed with high performance in mind while keeping the size of the weapon as small as possible. It's no PP7, but it's still small enough to easily conceal inside of your clothing. The .45 caliber variant usually has an 8-round magazine, but it looks like someone did some serious work on that one you have there. It can hold up to 15 rounds. It's got a lot of stopping power for a little pop gun and will ensure you remain hidden thanks to the suppressor. Have fun popping fools in the face from the shadows. Hey, you're using an assault carbine. The assault carbine is based on the Colt Model 773, a variant of the M16 and Commando series designed for tactical police and security work. It's also loosely inspired by some paratrooper-oriented marksman rifles. The gun itself fires a potent 5mm bullet that can pierce right through even the toughest armor, and it can be upgraded to fire a more powerful .223 round. Anybody caught on the business end of that rifle is going to get shredded right through their armor. The spread and recoil make it unwieldy to use at long range, so don't try to snipe with it. A lot of the Minutemen soldiers stationed at bases around the Commonwealth prefer the assault carbine for its armor-piercing capabilities. That feature made it very popular among those who were commissioned to go up against the Enclave and the Brotherhood of Steel. There's no better gun for mowing down a crowd of armored idiots at close range. Hey, you're using a Battle Scar. The Battle Scar is a heavily modified marksman's carbine. The base weapon itself is loosely based on paratrooper-oriented marksman rifles, like the kind you'd see in and around Air Force bases. The gun itself is most commonly seen in the Mojave Wasteland in Nevada. It's very possible that raiders captured some of those rifles from the Nellis Air Force Base in the Mojave and brought them over here to Boston, where they eventually fell into the Minutemen's hands. Someone did some serious work on that gun. They basically rebuilt the entire weapon from scratch, redesigning the body to be more stable when used at long range. That scope is equipped with night vision technology. You won't have any problem finding your target in the dark with that thing. The weapon was given the nickname Battle Scar due to its resemblance to the Scar L assault rifle. It's basically a sniper rifle with the magazine capacity of an automatic rifle. The suppressor will ensure your enemies don't hear you popping their heads off at range either. That's a mean gun you've picked up for yourself. Use it well. You've got a hunting shotgun. Hunting shotguns have been around for as long as anybody can remember. The weapon itself is heavily based on the Remington 870 pump-action shotgun, first developed by Remington in 1950. The gun's been a reliable pump-action death dealer ever since, even after the nuclear war. Many people prefer the stopping power of shotguns over other weapons, especially when indoors, since a shotgun is usually more effective in close quarters than a rifle. In short, this weapon was made for an up-close slobber knocker. Just remember that it's pump action, and it takes a while to reload, so make every shot count. Hey, you're using a Bandit Slayer. The Bandit Slayer is a recent addition to the Minutemen's arsenal. They only adopted it about 2 months ago. The gun itself is heavily based on the AKM, a variant of the popular AK-47 assault rifle developed by Mikhail Kalashnikov in 1947 and officially adopted by the Soviet Army in 1949. The AKM was introduced in 1959 to replace the AK-47 in use. That gun is often considered one of the most reliable automatic rifles in the world, and that was before they fell into the Minutemen's hands. After modifications, the weapon itself is much more accurate. The combination of the folding stock and the muzzle brake ensure this weapon will have no issues with recoil, meaning it's highly accurate even at long range. The 5.56 rounds it takes don't have the armor-piercing capabilities of the assault carbine's ammunition, but the Bandit Slayer is still a reliable weapon for destroying crowds of lightly armored foes at any range. It got its nickname after the general of the Minutemen led an all-out assault on the Nuka World theme park just outside of the Commonwealth, mowing down hundreds of raiders and bandits in the process to save the innocent traders and civilians held captive there. The rifles used by those bandits were captured and brought back for research afterwards. You won't find a more accurate automatic than that in the world. Hey, you found a combat shotgun. The combat shotgun is a real piece of work. It's heavily based on the Auto Assault 12, or AA-12 for short, a drum-fed semi-automatic shotgun designed by Maxwell Acheson in 1972. While the original Atchison development produced only a few prototypes, further development and eventual production of the AA-12 were done by Military Police Systems, Inc. The 2005 version of the AA-12 was developed 19 years after the patent was sold to Military Police Systems, Inc. That weapon is basically a drum-fed hunting shotgun with increased spread. Anything caught on the business end of that weapon is instant Swiss cheese. Don't expect it to be very effective at long range. Like all shotguns, it performs its absolute best when used in close quarters. If you want short-range devastation, you won't find a more reliable shotgun. Hey, you're going to use an anti-material rifle. Bullets to damage the anti-material rifle packs the biggest numbers by far. It's a fairly new weapon for the Commonwealth Minutemen. They only started using it last month. It was developed as the successor to the M14 sniper that we'd been using since the Minutemen reformed under the new general 2 years ago. The anti-material rifle's 50 caliber bullets are extremely powerful. One shot is said to be strong enough to punch clean through reinforced Hellfire power armor, aka power armor that can withstand a point-blank blast from a mini-nuke. In addition to ballistic damage, the anti-material rifle uses a special uranium-tipped bullet that inflicts radiation damage on the target, decreasing their maximum health significantly with every shot. I don't care what kind of power armor you're wearing, 2 headshots from this beauty, and you're laid out. It's the granddaddy of all long-range sniper rifles. Make good use of it. You can fire it from a standing position, but your aim will be a lot steadier if you crouch down before firing. Well, here's something I never thought I'd see again. The missile launcher is a portable anti-vertibird weapon. It was adopted by the Minutemen not long after they reformed to counter the Brotherhood of Steel's aerial attacks across the Commonwealth. The Minuteman's general wants to keep collateral damage to a minimal during firefights, so only a handful of these are actually in service right now. They can be used to destroy large groups of grounded enemies as well as shooting down enemy aircraft. The scope module makes it extremely accurate. Whatever's standing at the point the crosshair is pointed at when the rocket arrives is going to be blown to Timbuktu. Just be careful not to accidentally blow up your own comrades. So you're going to throw a grenade, huh? Fragmentation grenades are a great way to deal heavy damage to a group of enemies, or flush a particular enemy out of hiding. They were adopted by the Minutemen not long after they reformed as a secondary weapon. The grenade itself is based on the M67 fragmentation hand grenade developed by the United States military in 1968 as a further development of the M33 grenade. It saw active use in military conflict right up until the Great War. Today, the grenade can be crafted using a set of base components which are readily available all across the Commonwealth, so large stockpiles of them in military bases and guard outposts isn't uncommon. Every soldier in the Minutemen's ranks today carries several of these grenades. Anything caught in the range of the explosion is instant Swiss cheese. Just be careful not to drop the grenade at your feet. A good tactic is to bounce the grenade off of a wall when throwing it around a corner. The grenade will ricochet off the wall and fly right into the face of whatever's around the corner, detonating in their face. That is a Western revolver, also known as a single-action army. The Western revolver is a .44 caliber pistol with plenty of stopping power. Its base design is heavily based on the Colt single-action army, more specifically, the Colt Frontier 6-shooter, a single-action army rechambered to take .44 caliber rounds. It's also been nicknamed the Peacekeeper, due to how many sheriffs used it to maintain law and order in the old Wild West. The NCR Rangers have recently taken to using Western revolvers in place of their old Ranger Sequoias, due to the need to use a revolver that was more durable. Those old pistols were brittle. They'd break down after only a few hundred bullets, so the Western revolver was brought in to replace them. .44 caliber ammunition is also more plentiful across the Commonwealth than the .45-70 government ammo the Ranger Sequoia takes, so it's much easier to find ammunition for it. That's a lethal little revolver you have there. It's a weapon with history. The only real downside I'd have to gripe about is that it uses a cylinder to hold the bullets instead of a magazine, so it might take some time to reload if you're not gun savvy. Well, here's a curious little number. The Kilo 141 is the most recent addition to the Minutemen's lineup. It's still being used on a trial basis. The idea was to combine the long range and accuracy of the Bandit Slayer with the high fire rate of the assault carbine. A large number of these guns were captured in Far Harbor and brought back to the Commonwealth for research. The gun itself is based on the Heckler & Koch HK-433, a German assault rifle that was first unveiled in 2017 and entered serial production in 2022. That weapon features a forward grip and a long-range scope, so it should be pretty accurate at long range, even when firing in full automatic mode. It doesn't quite have the armor-piercing capabilities of the assault carbine, but with the amount of damage the bullets can do, that shouldn't be a problem. To put it simply, this is a weapon you do not want to get hit by, especially in large groups. I'd hate to be the one who pisses off a Minutemen patrol carrying a half dozen of those things.